My barber told me, you don't have a forehead, you've got a fo head. Oh, sorry. Stop talking to the crew. Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Allen, executive chef at Papakona Restaurant. And we're actually having a cold front move in today. It's 81 degrees today. So the temperature's dropping here in Kona. So we're going to have to adjust. But it's okay. We can get through it. So today we're going to do something really, really fun. I have this handy dandy electric skillet. Some of you may have this at home. If you don't, it's a great investment. You can have a lot of fun with this with the kids. This is a great way to make pancakes. You have your non-stick surface, which is always a benefit. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to make your standard round pancake. That's too boring. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to actually make a long pancake and fill it with some cinnamon and sugar, and then we're going to roll it up, and then we're going to drizzle it with some icing, and we're going to make what's called a cinnamon roll pancake. And you might have seen online, we actually posted this on our Facebook page, so you can take a look at it there. So let's dive right in. Here we go. I'm going to start out with, now today's lesson isn't going to be so oriented to exact measurements. So right here, it's a lot of butter. It's probably about a half a pound, give or take. But can you ever have too much butter? I vote no. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, start to melt this butter down. Here, I have some brown sugar. Simple. Today's recipe isn't very rocket sciencey. It's a pretty straightforward, simple ingredient. So far I have 2 ingredients. I have butter and brown sugar. Easy so far, right? Great. I'm going to get that almost liquefied, if you will. I want to basically make a very quick, fast caramel. Now to that, I'm going to just go ahead and add in some cinnamon. Now again, part of today's theme is we're not going to be a slave to measurements. So I'm going to add this in what I think is going to be good. Should I do cinnamon challenge right now live on Facebook? Dare me? Anybody? Okay, I won't do it. I'll do that later. Once we add 100,000 views, I'll make you a deal. I'll do the cinnamon challenge. How's that? So get us up to 100,000 views, and I'll do the cinnamon challenge out in the middle of the day. How's that? I'll kick it up. So I added a little bit of cinnamon to give up this just brown sugar and butter, a little cinnamon flavor. Very, very simple and straightforward, right? Easy. Now, on your recipe, you add all the ingredients. You have the salt, the sugar, the flour, baking soda, baking, all of that. Now, no one knows that I'm also a magician. You ready? Watch this. Magic. All those ingredients right there in the bowl mixed together, okay? See that? No one knew I was a magician as well as a chef. Sometimes. Certain nights of the week I do a lot of magic. Okay. So this is, again, it's not about how much you're going to add. So you're going to ask me how much liquid. I put it on the recipe. That's a guideline for you, okay, guys? It's a guideline. I have a little bit of my buttermilk here. When you're making pancakes, it's all about the viscosity of your batter. Okay? This is actually a quick bread. Quick bread. We made a quick bread already once. We made the scones. That would be classified as a quick bread. This also is a quick bread in that quick bread category. Why is it called a quick bread? Exactly, because they're quick to make. Very easy. Good. You're all learning at home. I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very, very slowly pour in my buttermilk and just mix this around. Now, what I'm looking for when I do this is I'm looking to see what the viscosity is. Ooh, big term. Look at me using big words today. Viscosity. So the word viscosity means it's like oil. Your motor oil is measured in viscosity. How liquidy is it? So does that look liquidy? Is that going to make a good pancake? Probably not, right? So I'm going to add in more liquid. Okay? Add in just a little bit more liquid, and then let's give it a mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Now, one thing you don't want to do, since you are again working with protein structures, and we don't want to have that. Turn off my caramel. That's all done, nice and liquefied. It was actually telling me I'm done, as it was almost burning to a crisp. But I got lucky, it didn't burn to a crisp. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. So I'm going to add in a little bit more right there. Now I don't want to overmix this because then you're going to have a hockey puck pancake. You don't want to have hockey puck pancakes, right? We want a nice soft pancake. So I'm basically using what's called a folding motion. I'm pulling the bottom, mixing it over the top. I'm not beating it to death. Okay, I'm being rather gentle with it. But what I'm looking for is almost a pourable batter, that I can actually pour this batter out. Because I want to make it be a longer oval rather than a simple round. And I'll show you guys how we're going to get to that in our next phase. So I'm getting there. My viscosity is coming. Still a little lumpy, okay? It's still not what I'm looking for. This batter for this particular recipe probably can lean in between a regular traditional pancake and a crepe consistency. Sounds like a class. Maybe we can do a crepe class. Crepe Suzette is always a wonderful dish. Cherries Jubilee over a crepe is also a fantastic dish. Really, another great one. Now, this particular recipe that I'm doing today, we're actually going to consider putting on our breakfast menu. I think it might be a winner, that it might really be something very popular here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vessel that I'm going to pour my pancakes out in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat with a little trick. So all my batter doesn't stick inside here, I'm going to spray it with some pan spray. While I'm at it, I might as well spray a little bit of that, and I'll spray a little bit on my hair. Okay, no, I won't spray my hair. That'll give my hair that luxurious shine. We can't do that. Not today. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. You see how pourable that is? You see that viscosity, if you will? Now, put that out of the way. Easy. Check my caramel here. It's looking good. So I have that ready to go. We might as well go ahead and make we're going to go ahead and make our icing real quick. That's really hot right now. I'm going to turn it down just a touch. Just a touch. It was so hot, you can see that it actually burned the oil. So it's really hot right now. But what we're going to do is we'll turn our attention to making our glaze. And you'll see that this is going to take a real long time. Maybe a minute. Maybe a minute. I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to actually make a cinnamon. I have here vanilla, and I have a little bit of maple syrup. Again, this can be anything. You want to make a pineapple icing? Guess what you would use? Pineapple. Exactly. I heard you say it out in the audience. You could add pineapple. So I'm actually making a vanilla, maple, and glaze. Maple syrup and cinnamon glaze. So I'm going to just take a little bit more of that liquid that I have. And again, I'm not measuring, I'm actually eyeballing it. I'm trying to look for a consistency. Okay? You've all seen icings before. So since I put the cinnamon in it, it's going to be a little bit more brown in color. But don't let the brown fool you. It's still going to be nice and delicious. Sometimes we eat with our eyes, and when you see brown, it's associated with not good eats. But this is actually going to be good eats. So I'm going to let that dissolve a little bit. Some of those little chunks, because what powdered sugar has in it, it actually has cornstarch in it. So I want to just flatten out any of those lumps that are in there. And the moisture, or the liquid, in this will also melt that down with time as it sits. Just mix it up. Keep it mixed up. So great, that's done. Now, what we'll do is we're going to see if our machine is hot enough. The sizzle. Right. Finally, we're getting the sizzle right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour one long strip. Watch how I do this. in order to make my life a little bit easier, I'm actually kind of doing it to measure my beautiful offset spatula here. So I'm going to pour the next one right beside it. I'm going to try and make it about the same width if I can. Sometimes my depth perception on this isn't the best. That's okay, we'll fake it. Fake it till we make it. I'm going to take a little bit of this brown sugar. And I'm going to just go ahead and put that right in. It's a brown sugar and butter, so you can't go wrong. Okay, I'm going to take just a touch more of this batter and I'm going to put it right over the top, just a little bit more, just to cover that up just a little bit. Because it is sugar, it will burn rather quickly. Okay, so I just want to give it a little bit of cushion against that direct heat, if you will. So I can clean anything out. Put my towel ready. Towel's at the ready. Now, when you're cooking pancakes, one of the couple of things that you're looking for is you're looking for the edges to start to bubble. Okay, you'll see some bubbling happening around the edges. Okay, the other thing you can do is you can actually just go like this and pick it up and take a peek. Okay, see that? I don't know if you guys can see that at home, but it's showing a nice little golden brown. That's telling me it's got about a minute more. I'm going to let it go for about another minute, then I'm going to flip it over. Let's go back to our icing here. I'm going to give that a quick stir. Let's keep an eye on our pancakes. Now, if I really wanted to get crazy, I could actually have added some of this icing right into the center as well. And I think I'm going to do that right before I roll them. Okay, before I roll them, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gild the lily, as they say. So once again, I'll pick this side up and take a look. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful, nice and golden brown. That's really, really pretty. One of the key things about making pancakes is you do need to concentrate on your heat. Make sure your pan's not too hot, not too cold. It's kind of got to be like Goldilocks. Just right. Just right. So, the trick is, how are you going to flip them? So, over we go. Nice two-handed flip. I'm guessing this one, since he went on about the same time, is looking good. Probably just a couple more minutes though. So, although I normally don't do things in even numbers, part of my French training, I'm going to actually do this one in 3 so you guys can suspend disbelief and pretend that I actually have 3 down on the plate, okay? I just want to flip these and get them rolled and then get you guys on your way for the rest of your day, okay? So I'm going to double side this and flip it, okay? I'm not going to panic, not going to freak out. Again, one of the things that if I can tell anybody is whenever you go into the kitchen, try to have fun, okay? Some people get so serious in the kitchen. I'm not a great chef, I'm not this, I'm not that. Get in the kitchen and have fun. There's, like I said, you really have a hard time to make something bad if you're tasting it along the way. Taste. It's going to taste good if it tastes good that whole way till you get there. If it doesn't taste good in the beginning, it's probably not going to taste good at the end. So have fun though by tasting your food and work with your family and your kids. Have fun with this. So what I'm going to check, just touch it, take a look. I'm going to take my handy dandy spatula. There we go. Oh, I don't want to break it though. That I don't want. Okay. Feeling good. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. Just set it on the plate right here. Check this one. Go ahead and pull this one off too. I'm going to let them just cool for about a second. I'll go ahead and turn this off so I don't burn myself. Don't feel like ruining my day this early in the day. I'll get a separate plate. This will be my work plate. Hey, guess what? I have flowers today too. I have the flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and put my flour down. I'm going to go ahead and me get this out of the way while I'm presenting here. Move off to the side. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. So we'll start to build this. Get a little bit of the icing right in the center. Again, you want to put it on thick? Put it on thick. Go ahead, slap it on there. You want just a little bit? Just put a little bit. Okay? This is your kitchen today. Have fun with it. Taste a little bit? Taste a little bit too. So, real simple. I'm going to just merely roll these up. Put them on the plate. Okay? Now, like I said, I want you to suspend disbelief that there's 3 of them here on the plate. Put that one down. I'm going to go ahead and clean our plate. Don't come open now on me. Stay together. Very good. Clean the plate. And I think I'm going to have to bite into this one. So one last little finish of sauce. Hey, stay together. You got to keep it together, man. Keep it together. Stay together. Stay. Stay. Okay. So here's the dish. If I want to get a little bit crazy, go ahead and spread some all over the plate. Make a little Van Gogh out of it. Wait a minute, he wasn't impressionist, was he? Well, that's why I didn't go to art school. Today's dish here at Papakona Restaurant is beautiful downtown Kailua-Kona. We're really, really hoping you guys come back to see us really, really soon. We hope this is all over soon, just as much as you do. We're going to continue here, keeping our restaurant, getting it as clean as we possibly can. Please visit us online at papakona.com, on your Facebooks, your Insta tweets, Instagram, whatever you kids use nowadays, I don't know. Do it. Send us out. But remember, 100,000, I'm going to do the cinnamon challenge. That's a guarantee. I'll do it. Okay? So give me to 100,000. Mahalo and aloha from beautiful Kailua-Kona. Chef Chris.